on the line and you know that you're on an oxygen tank and they're going to put two in your head, see what you do. Because the bottom line is that me, I'm one person. I can never miss.
Guy's not being loyal to you. How could you be loyal to him?
Yeah.
And whether you're your father or not. So, but it's always been hard because it was my father.
The word came down, this guy had to go. We didn't know nothing about him until the last minute. And I liked him. I liked Billy. He was a nice guy, but...
Welcome to the show.
Larry Hankin. Guess where I am? Well, I'm at home, but I'm chatting with Staxx. Check it out. He's cool.
Welcome to this episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today I got Larry Hankin.
Home Alone, I just went in for one day, and the story of that one day would take me 20 minutes to tell the story. It's really funny and interesting. I do it in nightclubs.
You have the whole story in your book. The whole story's in your book.
Of everything that I just told you. Each part that I told you.
Yeah.
Greenwich Village, college, Carl, Second City, the committee. They're all chapters in the book.
You're going to need a part two. You're going to need a part two, man.
No, it's too hard. I got it all out. It ends in 2015. It goes from my childhood to 2015. Each is a chapter. Some are small, some are only 2 pages, but some are like 10, 15, 20 pages. It's just, but Home Alone is a very unique one. I chose that. They wanted me to the Crow, which is one of these small nightclubs, coffee houses, where you can go up and do your 3 minutes. And they gave me 10 minutes. They said, hey, why don't you do a story from your book? Tell one of the stories from your book. So last week I did it. I told the Home Alone story. I took the Home Alone chapter. And I told it, and it killed, man. It was really great. It was very funny. Because, when I read it, I wrote it. So it's not funny to me at all. It's just I'm correcting mistakes or saying I shoulda. But when but when you tell it to an audience, there's none of that. You get this feedback immediate, so you're just going along, So I did it and it worked really well. But that one story took me, and they gave me 10 minutes. So I say, put me on last because I don't know how long it'll go. It took me 10 minutes to read. But if people are laughing, it gets longer, you just got to wait, So and somebody filmed it and it was 20 minutes. So it's a 10-minute read. So it's about 10, 12 pages long. But it's 20 minutes with the laughs.
With the laughs in between, right?
Yeah. So I mean, the book is really good. But I've done that. But I'm writing a second book, and this one is that one is called a memoir. It's a memory of all the things I did. So the second one, all the things I did, that's true. It's a true book. But the second book is a fake memoir. I made up a person.
Memoir.
A fake memoir. Yeah, there's none out there. It's never been done. So I'm going to see what happens.
I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, so basically I made up a person and did his memoir. I like an actor, and then I assumed his role, and then I started to type what he remembered. Not what I remembered, but what he remembers. And it came out great, man. It's just so in and out. It's not like, really what it is, it's like how my mind thinks is how it is. It's the inside of my head. Because I go from here to there. I'm dyslexic. So, and I'm focus, not focus deprived, but there's something wrong with my focus. I can't focus for too long. That's why I like the small roles. The great thing about it was I didn't have to memorize much. I can memorize larger roles. It just takes me a longer time, and I have to work at it. But I mean, there's a lot of actors. You wouldn't know it, but there's a lot of actors who are dyslexic.
So
The one guy
what
from
about Mr. Henkels?
Mr.
Henkels?
Mr. Heckles.
Played Mr. Heckles in Friends, right?
Yeah. See, that was a great role because it was very little that I had to memorize, but he registered with people. I'm famous for that. That's my most well-known role is Mr. Heckles. The second one is Old Joe from Breaking Bad. So the 80s and the 90s is real. I got my chops, and then 80s, 90s, and then 2000. 80 to 90,
because the
90
Breaking
to
Bad, that
2000,
really,
2010. Yeah.
it kind of
So
puts
yeah, I
you
had a
into
pretty
the
good run.
new
So that's like
millennium, right?
from the 80s to 2010. So that's 10, 20, 30 years. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Well,
run.
79, the Alcatraz was 79, so you got.
Oh, wait a minute. Well, no,
bit of
but
70.
I kind of took a dive. Yeah, it was 70. Alcatraz was 79. I thought it was like 70.
Yeah.
Oh no,
So
that's
it's
when I.
like-
Yeah, you're right. 79. Yeah, so 79 to 210. So 80 to 90, 90 to 2000 to that 30 years, where I was well known. I mean, people knew me on. They still do, but that was when I was hot.
Yeah, you are well known. People, you have a really recognizable
Well, face and
appearance.
characters. Yeah, it just I don't know what it is. It's partly me. I have this theory. I mean, it's made up. I know it's made up. I mean, really, what it is, it's muscle memory is one thing I have that's good. I have a good muscle memory, but also there's something else. I don't know what it is. I say it's muscle memory, but it's more than that. In that, when I get on screen with a bunch of people, your eye goes to me. Now, there's nothing I'm doing that I know about that will do that makes that happen. But people have told me. I don't see it. I see it because I want to watch what I'm doing. But no, audiences, when they see a whole group of people, if I'm on the screen, they'll watch me. I don't know why that is, but that adds to the 80s to the 2010 thing that I have. But I notice it in my own private life, where I'll say, oh, and I call it the other guy. It's like mainly when I'm playing the guitar, learning the guitar. Now I learned it. But you know how you want to memorize the lines, the song that you're singing, the words, and then you want to the strumming, and then with the chords, So when I finally learned how to put it all together and sing the song and play the tune and do the chords, then I would just sing the song. I didn't pay any attention to anything. And then I started to think, who's thinking about where my fingers are going? I'm not thinking about that. I'm just playing to you and singing the song. Well, who's taking care of that? So that's the other guy. That's the other guy.
Yeah.
That other guy who's taking care of he takes care of a lot of other things. Like when I drop something and I catch it before it hits the floor. Well, we all do that. Well, that's reaction. I call it the other guy. I didn't think about, it was total reaction. Had nothing to do with the conscious me. That's the same guy. Well, I label it as a guy. It's not guy. It's me. It's the human animal. It's we do these things. We remember things. I didn't think to think that. I just thought. So I caught, and I think that's what the screen captures, because a lot of really good actors and directors tell me that in learning to act, that it's what you think that the camera captures, not what you're saying. It photographs what's going on inside here. Now, a lot of cinematographers have told me that, and a lot of actors have told me that. And then finally, I put the two and two together. Oh, it's the same thing as the fingers, as the reaction. It's you. It's the you have no control over. It's the you that people really see. When you're just talking to your friends and they say, "Hey, Larry, how you doing?" That's what they see. That's what they're saying. And it translates to the screen. And some people have it. Stars have it. Big star. Clint Eastwood has it. Joe Pesci has it. Joe Pesci doesn't have to do anything. But if he gets in front of a camera, you watch him. It's luck. It's how, some people are born and invent Tesla cars. He was just born smart or whatever. I don't know. It's
so there's a lot of actors out there that are maybe watching this, right?
Yeah.
What would be your advice for them?
Be yourself, because that's really interesting. Be yourself first, always, and then just add on like makeup. When they put makeup on you, they don't put makeup over you. They put makeup on you. That's what you do with the character. You just put it on you. But it's you. So don't act. Don't act. Because the camera picks up the falsification. Like Charlie Chaplin, he's the one who taught me that, who told me that, even when I was 10 years old. Charlie Chaplin, okay, look at any Charlie Chaplin movie, his little films, his shorts mainly. Okay, you try to find me Charles Chaplin, the man. You can't do it. He is the little tramp. That's all there is. That's all there is that little tramp. He just gives it over. Because if there was any Charles Chaplin in there, it would be studied. It would be rehearsed. You would pick up on that. Oh, he didn't rehearse enough, or he rehearsed too much. But he just goes there, man. It's a gift. It's a gift.
Yeah.
And some people can do that. So don't act. Don't act. That's the only thing I can tell you that I've learned about acting. You do the research. That's the other stuff. That's the book learning stuff, But just acting. It's just like you don't rehearse. You get on, Bill Staxx, and you interview people. Well, the reason that you're a good interviewer is because you're concentrating on me. You're Bill Staxx, always Bill Staxx. And if you were false and try to act like a great commentator, I'd pick up on that, and it'd be a lousy interview, right? If you forced it, you just gotta, go with the flow, go with what the person is talking about. There's a lot of people. I watch news a lot, and the interviewers. There's two kinds of interviewers. One is they want to get information from this person, and one is they have a plan on what they need to get this person to say or do or hang himself. And so all they're doing is asking questions that can get this guy to admit that he was saying bullshit last week. And the viewer can never mind the guy who's bullshit. The viewer is looking at the guy saying, "You're full of shit, man. You're just you're trying to manipulate this guy. So you lose. You don't care what the guy is. You're looking at the guy. You know, it's weird what the camera picks up and what we look at. It's not what we think. You know. But that's it. I mean, it's a long story that I made even longer. It's all just
Well, shit. You had an absolute great performance in Escape from Alcatraz. I remember watching that.
Yeah, and you can't find
honestly,
Larry Hankin
day,
because it's Larry Hankin.
It was you. Yeah.
It was me the whole time. And I've never been able to get that relaxed on camera ever. I mean, I maybe did it for a second with old Joe or a second here or there. But the entire role of an Escape from Alcatraz is me not knowing what's going on in the movie business. And that's what the director wanted Charley Butts to be in the prison. He doesn't belong there. Charley Butts was given the wrong prison place. He should have been back on the island in a police jail, you know. But Alcatraz was way too big for Charley. And that's what you read, but it was way too big for me. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just following directions or Clint or just answering what he asked me. I was just like sitting in the chair with the director going, you know, well, what do you want me to do? I don't know who Butts is. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know why I'm in prison. They put me in the wrong prison. You know, I don't know.
Yeah. So did they use Al Capone's cell when they were doing the movie?
You know, that's a really interesting question. Not many people ask it. Once in a while, I get it. But on the set, on the island, making that movie, that was one of the big deals. Okay, we called the guides who take regular tourists when they're not making a movie or anything. They take tourists through the Alcatraz, through the prison, on tours that they pay for. And these guys and girls are dressed in uniform, smoky uniforms, right? With the smoky hats and the, you know, forest green uniforms. So we called them Smokies on the set when they came through. Now, one of the rules was, because Alcatraz is now a national monument, so we were filming on a national monument that has rules for the government, never mind California. And one of the rules is that it's a national monument and you can't fuck it up. You can't mark on it. You can't change anything. And the tourists are first and foremost. It's set up as a tourist monument. So we had to listen to that. We had to be guided by that. So in other words, one of the things, patented things was, if we were shooting in a place where a Smoky took a guided tour through, it didn't matter where in the scene we were. We had to stop and let the tourists go through. And that was okay. That was okay. So the jail cell in particular, everybody, when they heard that Clint Eastwood was making a movie on Escape from Alcatraz, on Alcatraz, they started to come over to watch the movie being made, not to take a tour of the Alcatraz. So when they came over and they went on the tour, what all the tourists asked for was, where is Clint Eastwood's cell? The Smokies, all of them, just went through the roof, man. They got really angry. They started to complain. They didn't like it because nobody asked where Al Capone's cell was anymore. They just wanted to know where Clint Eastwood's cell was, and Clint Eastwood never was on the island and had nothing to do with Alcatraz. So the Smokies had to interrupt their spiel and interrupt their tour while waiting for us. You know, sometimes they would wait for us to finish the scene before forcing their way through. But now, with the Clint Eastwood cell, they started to force their way in, or they would take the tours around, break the tour guide, and go around and aim for where we were shooting. They would just take the tour to where we were shooting and make us stop. And so, in a way,
mess it up. Try to mess
they were
things up.
fucking with us. No, they wanted that to stop. About the tourists asking where Clint Eastwood. They said, this is a national monument, and people are coming in and asking where some stupid actor made a movie. I mean, it was just fucking ruining their entire reason for being. So they would start to interrupt wherever we were. They would take a tourist guide through. And he said, all right, stop filming, and we have to just stand back and let them pass through. And of course, they would take them through really slow, you know. And of course, the tourists would want autographs. What could you have? They would pass by. And Clint would just walk away. He would just disappear. So it would, you know, eat up time. And we were going to be there 3 months and, you know, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, that was a bone of contention. Was where is Al Capone's cell? We didn't talk about that because the tourists were just bugging the crap out of us, man. See, I say us. See how I talk now? Us. See, I just
yeah,
it was
yeah. You were part of the crew, man.
I was part of the crew, man.
You're the co-star.
Well, I mean, no, but when they started to interrupt, even when I was there and I didn't know about that because we were just shooting the movie. No, I was insulted just like, you know, Clint was and the other actors were and all the extras were. No, we were, hey man, we're making a movie here. You know, this is important stuff. You want to know where Clint Eastwood's cell is?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Did you ever go into Capone's cell? Did you ever go check it out?
I don't know where it is. I never asked. It never entered my mind. I mean, I don't believe in that stuff. I don't believe in that's like a fan. If you want to sit in or see, he's not there. It's fucking cement and bars. I don't get it. What?
I know a lot of people will travel there just to see.
Yes, I know. I listen, I'm in the world of fans. Fans want my autograph. Why? It's not me. I don't get it. I mean, I understand. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I understand. But that first of all, that's not my signature. That's not me. That's not my signature. Is that yours?
Oh, that was in your signature?
That's not mine.
It's Larry Hankin.
Larry Hankin. Charley Butts. Whose is that? Whose picture is that? Where'd you get that? Where'd you get that picture?
I don't know.
Okay, I mean, I don't care.
Google.
Oh, maybe you got it off the internet.
No, I got it.
I don't care. I don't care.
If
it's yours, I'm fine. I'm not gonna. But I don't understand.
I wish I had a picture like that.
No, I don't understand it. I do it. I sign them. I go to these, these arena shows, Comic-Con, and I sign my thing. And I have a special because that was the first thing that people told me. There's a piece of knowledge that not everybody gets. Change your autograph because people will use it to sign checks. That's forgery. Do not sign your real autograph or people will steal it. So I had to, and if you'll notice, everybody who's signing autographs don't sign their autograph. They sign a mark, a particular autograph mark, or a way of signing it.
Just a scribble.
A scribble. I have a way of signing it that I know is me signing an autograph, but it's not my
Well, you
check
know,
signing autograph.
nowadays everything is digital. Everything is digital. And,
Well, that's going to be old school. AI is going to eat digital and your lunch. Digital is
crazy.
over. Digital is over. AI, man. I mean, it helped. It's probably part of it, but AI, man, that's like the Industrial
It's the new
Revolution.
wave.
AI is not like digital.
Really
AI
is.
like oil. There's before oil and there's now. And then there was, kind of before digital, but AI is like before oil. Two different worlds. And this is going to be known as the carbon era. We are in the carbon era. Very short life span left, as is Homo sapiens. But it's the carbon era that did us in, and we did it. We're the first species that extincted ourselves. I'll drink to that.
Man, I know.
Okay. Perfection.
Right, man.
My middle name.
If you guys like this interview, make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. And make sure you go buy his book. The link will be in the description of this video.